The latest man to enter the transfer portal, none other than Jerry Rice Award finalist Zai'Shaun Edwards, possibly might be the top freshman running back in all of college football in the FCS level. He is now officially under the portal. What is he going to bring to the Division I FBS level and maybe even to the SEC? Let's discuss. Welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. This is SEC Live here at the Voice of College Football. I'm your host, Lucas Hill. Thank you guys so much for hopping on in and talking some ball with us. If you are interested in more content from us here, y'all make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button down below. Turn on those bell notifications so that you are notified every time we go live here on SEC Live at the Voice of College Football. Always a pleasure and an honor to work with our good friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Going over to underdogfantasy.com or download the Underdog Fantasy app on your Apple or Android device and use that promo code VOCFBSEC. And when you play your first $5 lineup, you will get $50 instantly in free bets. That's code VOCFBSEC. When you play that first $5 lineup, you'll get $50 instantly in free bets. Must be 21 or older, not available in all states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. That is 1-800-GAMBLER. Zai'Shaun Edwards is a dog as a running back. You know, for a pretty bad Houston Christian team, he is a very, very dangerous weapon that is going to be utilized in a variety of different ways. So this kid could be one of the more dominant running backs that we've seen come out of the Southland Conference in a while. You know, I got to watch him personally. Very, very good back, has a lot of high potential at the next level. So let's see what he's got to store. This is him in the red zone. I love the way that he works his feet, gets down low, and makes a statement early on. I appreciate his toughness in the red zone. Guy is not afraid to put his shoulder down and lay down the wood, and I really appreciate that. Really, really do appreciate what he's going to offer, you know, at the next level. He's a very, very dominant back that is going to make a big impact, especially in that part of the area. Way to work through he's got very good vision from what I've noticed already. I know it's just 2 plays and I know it's in the red zone, but when you have this good a vision to read the hole, be able to locate where your back's coming, you know, what offset the defense is at, where your Mike and where your Will backs are going to fall, which holes they're going to try and fill. It's good that you utilize that to your advantage. This is one play. This East Texas A&M game is where he shined the most. He had Northwestern State is where he had arguably his best game, over 200 yards during that game. Doesn't go down after initial contact, unafraid of getting physical, gets up to the second level, and he can make a big impact. Was also very utilized heavily in the special teams department. Don't give him a crease, man. He's fast for his size, man. He's a big, big running back. Yeah, this cat is not afraid of contact whatsoever. I like that about him. I'm very impressed with what he's going to bring. I think he's a very, very dominant running back that good job of keeping his balance and staying in bounds. That's very impressive. Very impressive. High snap, gets it up. Red zone. He's a red zone back for sure. Definitely can provide depth. I would say this, South Carolina may have to go after somebody like this because, listen, this is a need for South Carolina for next year. Zai'Shaun Edwards, dare I say it, could provide that little spark that they need to get off the ground or up and running. So that could definitely be one. LSU could provide some depth for him. Maybe Arkansas. We'll see what happens with Mike Washington if he decides to go to the NFL. So he was a kick returner, good vision, can go on a house call. This is part 2 of his tape. Reads the hole, gets up to the second level. I thought he did a really, really solid job of just keeping his composure. Just reading different holes, reading different defenses, utilizing that, getting to the sideline, getting to the going from the hash to the sideline, getting to the numbers, and then working that sideline so that he can potentially break off a big one. But he's still young. He's got a lot in his arsenal that he's going to bring. He's dangerous in the receiving game as well, on swings. Different factors like that can really enhance his game. So you're going to see a lot of him. And I believe this is the final part to him. See, this is what I'm talking about in the passing department.
2 men.
If you can check it down to him, he's going to have room to run, and he's going to make different men miss. And he's going to make a difference at the next level so that you can get him on options to make big plays, which he's going to do this. He's going to create big plays, big returns, whatever it is. I would expect him to play more of a running. He's going to play more of a running back role at the next level. I don't know if he'll be returning kicks. Just my opinion. I would not advise him to return kicks. But, hey, anything to get him on the field would be useful, especially if it's at the SEC level. You know, definitely wouldn't hurt. But I would like to see him utilized more in that third down sense, in that red zone type of role that I expect him to be utilized in. He's got a bright future, man. I think he's got a really, really impressive stat line that he's going to use a lot. Led the conference in rushing and touchdowns, all-purpose yards leader, 1,400 yards of offense. So 106 yards receiving. He had 289 kick return yards. And he puts up some pretty good numbers. I mean, they went to Nebraska, 13 carries for 82 yards, and Nebraska had a pretty good defense this year. You know, very impressive with what they were able to do in that lab. So he's had a strong performance. 5'9", 175 pounds. I think if anything, that's going to be the only thing that might hold him back. But I think he'll put on about 15 more pounds during the offseason. He's going to improve his speed, improve his agility. And I think that's going to help him in the long run get to the next level. I really do. And I have a very high ceiling for a guy like him. He's going to have a huge impact when it's all said and done. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about Zai'Shaun Edwards. What is he going to bring to the SEC level? Make sure you guys hit the like, share, and subscribe down below. Turn on the bell notification so that you are notified every time we go live here on SEC Live at the Voice of College Football. And as always, ladies and gents, y'all make sure y'all stay blessed. Don't stress. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great rest of the week.